In the year 2011, a catastrophic event occurred that shook the world, the Fukushima nuclear disaster. This was not just a disaster, it was a glaring warning, a grim reminder of the potential for catastrophe when human activities collide with the raw, untamed power of nature. Fukushima, a small peaceful town in Japan, was known for its serene landscapes and tranquil lifestyle. But everything changed on that fateful day in March. A massive earthquake triggered a devastating tsunami, which in turn led to a nuclear meltdown. The world watched in horror as the events unfolded, helpless against the might of nature and the repercussions of human error. The aftermath was unimaginable. Thousands lost their lives, radiation spread across the region, and the once thriving town was reduced to a ghostly wasteland. The nuclear fallout was felt across the globe, in the air we breathe, in the food we eat, and in the waters that cover our planet. But Fukushima was more than just a disaster. It was a wake-up call, a stark reminder of our vulnerability in the face of nature's wrath and our own technological prowess. It showed us that despite our advancements, we are still at the mercy of forces beyond our control. It also emphasized the need for preparedness. In a world increasingly dominated by technology and human activities, the potential for disaster is ever present. From climate change to nuclear accidents, from pandemics to asteroid impacts, the threats are numerous and real. But are we ready? Are we doing enough to mitigate these risks, to prepare for these potential disasters? The Fukushima disaster forced us to confront these uncomfortable questions. It challenged us to rethink our relationship with nature, our reliance on technology, and our responsibility towards our planet and future generations. As we look into the future, the question isn't if another catastrophic event will happen, but when and how prepared we will be. Because as history has shown, it's not a matter of possibility, but of probability. And the time to act, to prepare, is now. As we stand on the brink of a new era, several imminent threats loom over the horizon. First and foremost, climate change presents a menacing challenge. Our planet is heating up, with global temperatures rising at an alarming speed. The polar ice caps are melting, resulting in rising sea levels that threaten to submerge low-lying areas across the world. Not only that, but we're also witnessing an increase in severe weather events. Hurricanes are becoming more powerful, droughts are growing more intense, and wildfires are burning with unprecedented ferocity. It's a domino effect of destruction, and we're the ones knocking over the first tile. Simultaneously, the threat of global pandemics is more palpable than ever. The recent COVID-19 pandemic serves as a stark reminder of our vulnerability. A microscopic organism managed to bring the world to a standstill, causing immense loss and upheaval. This pandemic may be our present, but it's also a premonition of what might lurk in our future if we don't take appropriate measures to prevent the spread of such diseases. And then there's the specter of nuclear war. The geopolitical tensions around the world are on the rise, and with them, the threat of nuclear conflict. This is not a drill. The arsenals exist, the tensions are real, and the potential for a catastrophic fallout is immense. It's a grim reminder of the destructive power we've harnessed and the terrible consequences of its misuse. These threats are not hypothetical. They're not something we can choose to ignore or put off for the future. They're here and they're happening right now. They demand our immediate attention. They require us to act, to change, to adapt, for the sake of our planet and for the future of all life on it. These threats are not distant, they are here, and they demand our immediate attention. Beyond the imminent threats, there are more distant yet equally terrifying possibilities. Let's cast our eyes to the cosmos, to the vast expanse of space, where asteroids like celestial bullets hurtle through the void. One of these cosmic missiles, striking Earth with the force of 1 million nuclear bombs, is thought to have wiped out the dinosaurs some 65 million years ago. Today, NASA and other space agencies keep a vigilant watch on near-Earth objects that could pose a threat. Although the odds of a catastrophic impact are low, the consequences would be unimaginable. But let's bring our gaze back down to Earth, to the molten heart of our planet, where supervolcanoes lie dormant. These sleeping giants, when they awake, can spew enough ash and gas into the atmosphere to plunge the world into a volcanic winter. The supervolcano beneath Yellowstone National Park, for instance, has erupted 3 times in the past 2 million years, each time causing massive climatic shifts. It's not a question of if it will erupt again, But when? And finally, let's turn our attention to the stars once more, to the ongoing search for extraterrestrial life. The universe is vast, and we are but a tiny speck in the cosmic ocean. Could there be other intelligent life forms out there? And if there are, would they be friendly explorers or hostile invaders? Despite our best efforts, we have yet to find definitive proof of alien life, but the search continues. The potential for an alien invasion, however unlikely, is a distant threat that we cannot entirely rule out. While these events may seem like the stuff of science fiction, they are all within the realm of possibility. As we stride into the future, we must keep our eyes open to these distant horrors, for only by acknowledging and understanding these threats can we hope to mitigate them. Finally, there is the ultimate event that will spell the end of our planet as we know it, the death of our sun. Let's delve into this cataclysmic event, which is as fascinating as it is terrifying. Our sun, a star at the heart of our solar system, has a life cycle of its own. It's currently in its main sequence stage, burning hydrogen to produce helium in a process known as nuclear fusion. This stage, which lasts about 10 billion years, is characterized by stability and equilibrium. We're halfway through this phase, with about 5 billion years remaining. However, as the sun exhausts its hydrogen fuel, things will start to change dramatically. The core will contract under gravity and heat up, causing the outer layers to expand. Our sun will then morph into a red giant, an enormous bloated star that will engulf the inner planets, including our Earth. But the demise of our planet might come even sooner. Long before the sun becomes a red giant, its increasing luminosity will make Earth's surface uninhabitable. The rising temperatures will cause the oceans to evaporate, creating a runaway greenhouse effect. The planet will get hotter and hotter until it can no longer sustain life. This process is not a sudden one. It will occur over billions of years, giving life on Earth plenty of time to adapt or even relocate, if future civilizations have the capability. This slow transition also provides a window of opportunity for life to potentially exist elsewhere in our solar system. Perhaps on the moons of the outer gas giants. Inevitably, the death of our sun will mark the end of Earth as we know it, but this event, as cataclysmic as it may seem, is an integral part of the life cycle of stars and the evolution of the universe. This event is inevitable, but it's so far in the future that it's unlikely to affect any life on Earth that's around today. We can only speculate about the distant future, but let's remember to cherish our planet and its place in the cosmos while we can. As we've seen, the future holds many potential threats, both near and far. It may seem daunting, even terrifying, to confront the reality of these looming dangers. We've journeyed through the past horrors, the imminent threats, the distant horrors, and the final countdown, each presenting a stark vision of what could be. But remember, knowledge is power. Understanding these threats is the first step towards mitigating them. In our discussion, we've explored a range of potential global events, some that loom on the horizon and others that may occur in the distant future. From the impact of climate change and the risk of nuclear warfare to the potential for devastating asteroid impacts and the unpredictable nature of pandemics, each of these threats is real, and each carries the potential to profoundly change our world. However, it's essential to remember that these are not certainties but possibilities. The future is not set in stone. We have the power to shape it, to change the course of events through our actions and decisions. Preparedness isn't just about survival kits and contingency plans. It's about understanding the world we live in, the risks we face, and making informed choices to reduce those risks. Science plays an integral role in this. It's through scientific research and discovery that we've come to understand these threats. It's science that will help us find ways to prevent, mitigate, or adapt to them, and it's science that will guide us to a safer, more secure future. But science cannot do this alone. It needs our support, our advocacy, our commitment. We must take an active role in promoting and supporting scientific research and policy, not just for our sake, but for the sake of generations to come. The future may hold many threats, but with knowledge, preparedness, and action, we can face them head-on and ensure the survival of our species. The future is not something to be feared, but something to be shaped. And together we have the power to shape it